Your brain has one job: keep you alive. Not happy, not calm. Alive. For roughly 300,000 years, the fastest way to die was to be rejected by your group. No tribe meant no food sharing, no protection during sleep, no help when injured. Exile equaled death within days. So your brain built a system that treats social rejection exactly like physical danger. Same neural pathway, same stress hormones, same intensity. You did not choose this. You inherited it, and it worked. You're here because your ancestors cared deeply about fitting in. That system is still running, but the environment changed. You now experience a threat response to a delayed text reply. The alarm is real, the danger is not. Here is what actually happens in your body when you feel judged. The anterior cingulate cortex activates. This region processes physical pain, rejection, exclusion, criticism, embarrassment. They all register here. Your body releases cortisol. Your heart rate shifts. Your muscles tense. This is not psychological. This is physiological. A study by Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA placed people in fMRI machines while they played a simple ball-tossing game. When participants were excluded from the game, left out of throwing the ball, their brains lit up in the exact same regions that responded to a burn or a fracture. You feel social pain because your brain literally cannot tell the difference between a broken bone and a broken reputation. This is not a metaphor. This is neurology. Now you understand the mechanism. Next question: why is the alarm so loud when the danger is so low? Because your brain never got the update. The software is prehistoric. The hardware is modern. There's a mismatch. Social media exploits this mismatch directly. Likes, comments, follower counts. These are not neutral metrics. They are engineered to trigger the same survival circuits that once monitored whether you were in good standing with 30 people who controlled your access to water and shelter. Every notification ping is your brain asking, "Am I still in the group? Am I safe?" The answer is always yes. You have food, you have shelter, but your brain does not believe it. This is why you can know, logically, that someone's opinion doesn't matter, and still feel physically sick when they criticize you. Logic lives in the prefrontal cortex. Fear lives in the amygdala. They do not speak the same language. Here is the first useful tool. It is called the spotlight effect. It is not a concept. It is a measured, replicable finding. Thomas Gilovich at Cornell had students wear embarrassing t-shirts into a room full of peers. The students were then asked, "How many people noticed what you were wearing?" Average estimate, 50%. Actual number, under 10%. This gap is consistent across dozens of studies. You believe you are being observed far more than you are. Everyone else is running their own internal movie with themselves as the lead actor. You are, at best, a background extra in their scene. Practical application. Whatever social mistake you are replaying from 3 years ago at 2 a.m., the person involved does not remember it. They were not paying attention then. They are not thinking about it now. You are the only one keeping that moment alive. Second useful tool, the front row rule. You have a limited number of people whose judgment actually affects your life. These people have specific characteristics. They have seen you fail and did not leave. They tell you truth that costs them something to say. They understand the context behind your decisions. That is your front row. Everyone else is in the balcony. People in the balcony have opinions. They always will. But they do not have context. They see a snapshot, not the full film. They judge the single frame without knowing the scene before or the scene after. When you feel the alarm going off, ask one question. Is this person in my front row? If no, you have identified a false alarm. Thank your brain for the alert. Then move. The feeling will pass. It always does. Third useful tool, the so what test. This is not a mindset trick. It is an interrogation method for your own fear. Someone thinks you're wrong, so what? Someone finds you unlikable, so what? Someone is talking about you when you leave the room, so what? Run the question to its actual endpoint. Do not stop at the vague discomfort. Push through. What is the concrete consequence? Will you lose your job? Unlikely. Will you lose a relationship that matters? If so, that person was already in the front row. See previous tool. Will you be physically harmed? Almost certainly not. What remains after you strip away the imagined catastrophe is simply discomfort. Discomfort is survivable. You have survived it thousands of times. You will survive it again. Fourth useful tool: internal versus external editing. You experience your own life in raw footage. Every awkward pause, every stumble, every moment of uncertainty, you see it all. You have access to the unedited director's cut of your existence. You experience everyone else's life as the final edit. Polished, curated, mistakes removed. This is not a fair comparison. You are holding your behind-the-scenes footage up against their highlight reel. No one is as confident as they appear. No one is as certain as they sound. The people who seem to care the least about others' opinions are often the most terrified. They have simply learned to hide it better. The goal is not to stop caring entirely. That is not possible and not desirable. The goal is to stop letting the alarm system run your life. Here is what no one tells you about not caring what others think. The people who truly do not care at all are not admirable. They are diagnosable. Antisocial personality disorder is characterized by a complete indifference to the opinions and feelings of others. That is not freedom. That is pathology. You want to care what some people think. The people in your front row. The people whose judgment is informed, earned, and aligned with who you want to become. Caring is not the problem. Caring indiscriminately is the problem. Giving equal weight to everyone's opinion is the problem. 4 things to take with you. 1. The alarm is real. The danger is not. Social pain and physical pain share the same neural real estate. You are not weak. You are running old hardware. 2. The spotlight is mostly in your head. People are not watching you. They are watching themselves. 3. The front row is small. Protect those seats. Ignore the balcony. 4. Discomfort is not danger. You can feel judged and still move forward. The feeling passes. That is the whole thing. No fluff, no quotes from dead philosophers, just how it works and what to do with it. Now go do something that makes your ancient brain uncomfortable. That is how you prove to it that you are safe.